create a simple student inquiry form using a WinForms application. So select a C# language and platform Windows and desktop types of application, and this Windows Forms template, that is the first template which you can see here. So a project template for creating .NET Windows Forms application. So select this template, click on the next, click on the next. In this project you can see this is our project name, Enquiry form, and this form one default got added as a template, and this is the entry point of application. Okay, and this resx, when we have some resources to add, then we normally use this one. This is entry point application. Here you can see this run. In the run, the new form will run, and if you give this form one name, rename this simply inquiry form. It'll ask me for if you want to rename everywhere. Yes. If you want to change the text of this form, you can change this inquiry form. If you go here and in the toolbox, you can add required number of roles. You can add it from here, and this label, just drag and drop, and you can just give the name here, label, that is a student inquiry form. To multiple labels, let's say here one label, I can just make this copy of this label and paste multiple labels as on required. And okay, so this, for this label, first of all we require the name. So this is the name, and this will be correct number, and this is email ID, this is address, and this is going to be message. For this provision, we have to give some provision to give text boxes to put the entry of this all. Okay, so I will take this text box from here. These all are alphabetically ordered. So this is the text box which I'm going to take it for here. So here we'll give this as text name. Okay, text box name. We can just create copy of this and paste it wherever we require. How many text boxes we require? Total, including this, total 6 text boxes we require. And this is one text box, this is another text box, one more text box we require here, address, and this is inquiry message. Okay, these text boxes got added. Now we'll change one by one name. So this is a txt contact number. Email ID, we have to change as a txt email. This address is text address, txt address, and this is a inquiry message, txt inquiry message. Okay, now if we want to read this information, somewhere we want to read this information, right? Then only it will be useful. If you want to make this bold or change the size, then you can just make it font size bigger. It's 10 and this bold, so it will change here. So all the control, if you want to make it bold, you can also change, or if you want to choose some changes at a time to all this label, just select all and go here and let's say I'm going to change some font is different. Okay, change it, so this way it will got changed. Even the text box is the value which I'm going to write it here. This I want to make it something bigger, or maybe some font want to change here. Okay, so let's make it, and this is 10, I want to put it, give the size here, I'll just make it bigger. Okay, so and I can just increase the size of these text boxes so it is easy to understand. I want to put the same things here. Also will change the size of this font from here in the properties, select all and go to the properties and make it 10. Okay, and let's say the student inquiry form also will change to bigger one. This is something font will take, and let's say 20. Okay, now to submit this information, we want a submit button here, and so go to text box and go to here, this take the button. For button also we'll change all the properties. First of all, we'll change this name of this button. This is button submit, and then font and all everything will change to this one, bold and this 10. Okay, and this button text which are able to see here as a button one, we'll just make it something beautiful, that is submit. Okay, So this is a text property and this is a name property. Name property will be useful for creating the event and all. We want to write some logic here behind this submit button. So just double click on it. Double click on it. You'll create event. Okay. So this is a button click event. Event button click event, and here you can sender will be this button. Okay. Whenever the button click event will occur, then that time it will come here, and we have to write some logic for here. Okay. So let's say this one will just give the message box dot show and submit button clicked. This will be the sample message, and if I run this one, let's submit, and it will show submit button click. First, tab index will make it this one. Okay, this to be 2. Okay, this is to be 3. This is to be 4, and this will be 5. Okay, and submit button clicked. We want to show some data on here. So let's say declare one variable here, so just temporary string student data. Okay, and I want to append all this data to this student data, all to create a single string. Okay, so let's say first of all text name. So this is a text name dot text plus. So here we'll put some beautiful message here. Name, so it's name, and this is what the name is print. And the next line which we want on the next line is, let's say, contact number, and here I want to give as a text contact number. Here it's a contact number, and dot text property, we want to read it, text property. And next is new line. Next, what you want to show the email ID, sign is email ID, and here we'll put text email ID dot text. Okay. So address colon text address text. Okay. Now what is the next is message, or inquiry message, and this will be txt inquiry message, sorry, text message dot text. So whenever all this data is filled by the user and clicked on the submit, and we want to show inquiry data, and we want to show this inquiry data on the message box. So we have to show this, we have to add this student data with this one. So we'll put this new line here and add student data. Okay, this string message we want to show on the display. So I'll run it, and this is how it is appearing. Okay, student input data. So I'll put the name something ABC, and contact number, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Email ID, let's say abc@gmail.com. Address Bengaluru, and inquiry message hello. This data, how it is getting created here. So you can see here, once I click submit, then it will show this data. Okay, so this ABC is in front of name, and this contact number in front of contact number, email ID in front of email ID, address in front of address, and inquiry message hello.